So hello students, since we have completed our first terminal examinations, okay, so now we will be proceeding to the second terminal examination. So second terminal examination syllabus. So from this video we will be studying the second terminal examination syllabus. So I would just request each and everyone, like whatever the videos we are sharing to you, okay, we are teaching and sharing to you, try to go through all those videos and try to hear all the lectures, okay. And from these second rounds, okay, from these videos, I will be always assigning an assignment and a project through these videos. Whoever watch this video for the full length, they will get the videos, or they will get the assignment, and you should submit whatever the assignment I assign you. You should submit it the time before it, and then according to the students whoever submit the assignment, you'll be awarded the internal marks. Okay, so I will not be giving any like separate like questions on assignment questions or project questions separately, because most of the students are not going through this videos, and they're just they are not watching the videos. Okay, so I want each and every one, you will be learning. And again, another thing is that you will be getting a marks on assigning that doing the assignments on the projects. Okay, so I request everyone, all the students, go through these videos, watch out all the videos, and whatever the assignment is there, do the assignment, and whatever has been teach through these videos, you will be learning a lot. Okay, so this chapters we will be studying the chapter number 3, that is what we call decimals. Okay, in this decimal we will be studying about the place values of decimals. Okay, the first topic we will be learning about the place values of the decimal and comparisons of the decimals. Comparisons of decimals. Second, we will be learning the additions and subtractions of decimal. Additions and subtractions. Additions and subtractions of decimals. Okay, and many more. Multiplication we'll be learning, division we'll be learning, many more we'll be learning. Okay, so these are some topics we'll be learning: the place values of decimals, comparisons of decimal, additions and subtractions of decimals. Okay, and many more we'll be learning, many more extra we'll be learning, but I'm just giving some more points. Okay, so today in these topics, in these videos, we'll be learning first what is decimals. Okay, a decimal, what is a decimals? We'll be learning what is decimals. You see, a decimals is a numbers. Okay, a decimals in the numbers which have two parts. Okay, decimals have two parts. What are these two parts? One, we have a whole number part. Another, we have a fraction part. Okay, and this whole number in a single numbers. Okay, in the single numbers, okay, we will be getting a whole number part, and another we will be getting a fraction parts. Okay, these whole numbers and fraction parts are separated by a point, that by a small point, and that point is what we call a decimal. Okay, that point is what we call a decimal. Okay, you might be coming across this one, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. This 1 is what is a whole number. Okay, whole number. It is a whole number, but the number which is in front of the decimal is considered with the whole number part, and number which is behind the point, that is what we call as the fraction part. Okay, the number which is behind is known as the fraction part. Or we also consider this to be a decimal part. Okay, we also consider, okay, the number which is behind the point is considered to be the fraction part or decimal part. The number which is in front of the fraction is considered to be the whole number parts. Okay, so now you see, if I talk about this one, okay, you try to write it down. 2, 1. Okay, so what is it? We know that 15 here is, or 15 is a whole number part. Yes or no? Our 15 is a whole number part, and 21 is a fractions, or what we call decimal part. What we call decimal part. Okay, got it? Got it? Our 15, the number which is in front of point is a fraction part. The number which is behind the point, that is called as a decimal parts. Okay, so here's, if we talk about the place values, okay, we know that the place values, we start with the place value from, we know that the place value is from 10 or 1, okay, ones, 10, 100, okay, 100, thousands, yes or no? So we start this phase. Okay, now here you see, if I write this 15, okay, if I write this 15, 15.21, I have 15 in one place values and 1 is in a 10 place value. We already know this one. Okay, now the point behind this start from the 10, okay, 10, hundreds, okay, hundreds, okay, so thousands, in this way we used to go. Okay, so after the point, that is what, it can be written in this way also, it can be written in this way also. Okay, it can be written in 15.2, can be written as 15, okay, 15, 2 by 15 plus 2 by 10. Okay, 15 plus 2 by 10. Okay, that means what? 15 plus, after point, after 0 we have 2 0 or 1 0. That means after one numbers, just before the one numbers, you will be putting a point. That means if you add up these two numbers, your answer will become 15.2. Okay, so we can write that means what, 15, and this is in the form of fraction. Okay, so that is why we consider this one as a whole number, and this one 2, this one considered as a fraction part, or 15 is a whole number, and this 1.2 is a decimal parts. Okay, this is what we will be learning. Okay, now if we talk about this one, now we have known about the decimals and the fractions. Okay, now we will be discussing some of the decimals and the fraction. We will be learning about the like and unlike decimals. Like and unlike decimals. So what is like and unlike decimals? A like decimals, okay, a like decimals is that, like decimals, after the decimals, okay, after the decimal point, if they have the same numbers, okay, after the decimal point, if they have the same numbers, if the same numbers of decimals are there, then we consider to be the like part. Example, okay, 15.27, 15.38, 20.37, okay, 25.78. You see, after the point we have a point, this one, okay, after the point we read 15.27. it is not 15.27, we read 15 point, after point we don't read as a 27 but we read as a 27. Okay, 15 point not 38, it is 38. Okay, 20.37, it is 37. Okay, 25.78. Okay, so you see after point we have a two numbers we have. Okay, that means after the point, if there is same numbers, if the same numbers of decimals are present, then such kind of thing considered to be the like terms. Okay, if we talk about 15.1, 17.8, 99.96, 22.5. Okay, the number which is in front of point doesn't matters. Okay, how many numbers it is there doesn't matter, but right after the numbers, if they have only one numbers, then such types of number is considered to be a like decimal numbers. Okay, like decimal numbers, because after this point we have only one number, after the point we have only one number, after the point we have only one number, after the point also we have only one numbers. Okay, but we cannot consider the 27.8 and 30, even though they have a let's say 27.98. So 27, same numbers is theirs. Okay, but after the point we have only one digit here. After the point we have only two digits here. Okay, that means two numbers are here, one numbers, they are not same. Okay, they are not same. Then such types of number is considered to be a unlike decimal. What is it? Such type of number is considered to be the unlike decimal. What is it? unlike decimal. Okay, unlike decimal means after the numbers, okay, the numbers the numbers are different. Okay, they have a different numbers. Okay, so such types of numbers are considered to be the unlike decimals. So you're clear about this unlike decimals. Okay, you're clear about this unlike decimals. Okay, now in the next questions, okay, in the next where we were discussing is how to convert from a numbers whole fractions to the decimal numbers. Okay, now here's okay, so we were discussing to convert the decimal point. Okay, so we'll be learning how to do the conversion from the fraction to the decimal. Now you see, if the fraction is, let's say, 12 by 10, okay, 12 by 10, and I want to convert this in the form of fraction, that becomes very easy if we have a 0 in the downside with a 1. Okay, you write the denominator the same thing, we have 1 0, that means from the count from the back side, that is 1. Okay, then 1 0, then we have 1, you count it 1 from the back side. Okay, then after this 1 you put the point here. Okay, that means 0 will take the place of 2 and 1 will be placed between the point, between the two numbers. Okay, if I talk about 2, 3, again if I increase the numbers of 0, okay, so it is a 0, so if we will be writing the same numbers again to the 3. Now how many 0 we have? 2 0, so 1, 2, okay, then after that we put the point here, then we will put the 0 in front. That doesn't matter if you put the 0 in front. Now if I write again 2, 5, 6 divided by again 3 more zeros. Okay, so if I write this one, you write the same, the numerator what is the number is it, you write it the same thing. Okay, now from the back side you count it. Oh, how many 0? 1, 2, 3. So from the back side you count 1, 2, 3. Then after 3 point you put the point and then it will become 0.256. Okay, now one more thing. Okay, another case that we are learning again. Okay, so if I write this one again, let's say 2 by 100. Okay, so 2 by 100 it is. So you write the 2 against them. Now we'll count the numbers. We have 2, 1, but we have 2 0. That is 1, and I have to satisfy one more numbers because I have 2 0. That means to satisfy this, I will put the 0 and then we put the point. So you see 1, 2. After 2 point numbers, we are putting the 0. A point, and then we will satisfy another part, another 0. Okay, so similarly again 2 by, let's say, not 2, let's write 9. Okay, 9 by 100, not 100, 1000. So out here you write it 9, whatever it is. How many 0 we have? 3 0 we have. So from the back side we count it, we have only one number, but we need to satisfy 2 more again. Then what shall I do? I will put it 2 more 0 here, and then 0, then point here, 0.009. Okay, so this is how we do the conversions. Okay, now it is very easy. Now it is very easy to convert whenever we have a 0 in the denominators. Okay, 0 and 1 we have this 110, 1000s, 2000s. Okay, but what if the numbers is something like this? 6 by 8. Okay, what if the number is something like this, 6 by 8? If it is a complete fraction, okay, it is a complete fraction, okay. You can either convert this one, multiply by 100 and do the conversions, okay. You can divide it whatever it is. So, but it is better you do in this way. Okay, divide the numbers 6 by whom? By 8. Okay, a division is much more easier, so you divide it. So, can you divide 8, 6? No. So we cannot divide 8 to the 6. Okay, 6 cannot be 8 cannot be divided by 6. So we'll put one point here. If we put the point here, that means 0 will be added here. So how much? 8 is 64. 8 7s are 56. So 8 7s are much? 56. So subtract it. What is it? 4. The after point we have already point we have put the point already. That means we can put one more 0 here. Okay. Once we have put the point, that means 0 can be added. Okay, 1 1 1 0 we can be added one by one. Okay, so if we add it, then there's one more 0. 8 5s are 40. So what is the answers? 8 5s are 40. So can subtract it. So if we subtract this one, this will be it. So what is the answers out here? It will become 0.75. We don't have any number in front of the point. That means we can put the 0 here. Okay, so this is how we have converted 6 by 8
into decimal point. Similarly, if I want to convert, okay, one more numbers, let's try to discuss one more number. Let's say if I want to divide 9 by, let's say 4, not 4, let's say 5, okay, 9 by 5. Okay, so if I want to divide 9 by 5, that means 9 will be yours, then divided by 5. Now we know the 5 ones are 5 because 9 cannot be completely divisible. So 5 ones are 5 become 4. Okay, now 4 cannot be completely divisible by 5. That means I have to put one more point here right after the number. That means 0 can be added downside. So when I did the 0 here, we know the 5 8s are 40. So this will become what? This will be your answer. So that means what? Your answer become 1.8. That means this is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. That is 1.8. Okay, this is your answer. That is 1.8. Clear about this one? So this is how we divide it. Okay. Now let's see. Let's talk about the comparisons. Okay, if I want to compare some numbers, okay. Now after the point, you see 27 by 0.1, 27.2, 27.3, 27.4. Okay, keep on going. Okay, so 27.9. So out of here, which one is bigger? 27.1 or 27.9 is bigger? Obviously 27.9 is a little bit bigger. Okay, now if I talk about this one, okay, 27.9, let's compare with another one, number 27.01. Okay, so 01, 27.01, which one is bigger? Okay, the numbers which is what? The whole numbers, first of all we will compare with the whole numbers. If the whole number is same, then we will compare with the point. You see, the first number is 1 here and the first number is 0 here. That means this number will be bigger here. Now 27 point, let's say 22. Okay, so this is what? 27.2 here. 27 is same here. 2, then 2 here is same. Again we will go with the next numbers. Now we don't have any number here, that means it is 0 here. Okay, so 0 and 2, which one is bigger? 2 is bigger, that means this one is a bigger numbers. Okay, similarly here is 27.3 003. Okay, so here's 27, 3 years, 0 years. Which one is bigger? 3 is bigger, that means this one will be the bigger numbers. Okay, so similarly here 27.4 and 27. This is how we compare the numbers. Okay, we compare the numbers. Now, this is how we have learned about the comparisons of the two numbers in equations. Also, we will be comparing the numbers. So here we have the same numbers. You see, we have another numbers. Okay, so what shall we do is that we will be doing the two different methods. Okay, first one we will be doing 7 by 8 by complete divisions. Okay, we will divide here. Okay, so we will divide here 7. This is your 7 and this is your 8. Okay, so can you divide 7 by 8? No. So what shall we do is that 0 you put it and then put the point here. So once we put the point here, that means we will write this is a 7 0. Okay, now here what shall we do is that 7 how much time? 7, 8 how much time? 8 8 is 64. Okay, then 8 is 64 divided by how much time it is now here? If we write here, so we subtract it, this will become 6. Again after point we have 0, that means we can put it 0 here. 8 7 is 56. Okay, divided by again subtract it, this one, that means become 4. After point, again point we have, that means we can put the 0 here. 8 5 is 40. So this is your decimal number, that is equal to this one. We can write this one as a 0.875. Okay, 0.875. Now here's this one also what we are getting. If you divide it, we are getting the same thing. Or you can also do the same thing here. So, okay, we can also do we can write this one as a 0.875. So this is our answers by division. But even if you are if you have problem in division, then you will go for multiplication. So if you multiply this one, okay, so how much time I need to make it downside is equal to something like 0. Okay, so 8 into 8 to become 100, it is become difficult. Okay, so we shall go with the 1000. Okay, so 8 how much time? 8 125 times is 1000. So multiply this. So 8 into 25 is 1000. Okay, so 8 7 5 is 35. 3 9 7 is a 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. 7 ones are 7 plus 1. 7 ones are 7 plus 1, it becomes 8. So after, now you read, what I did, I told, whatever number is 0 upside, you write it the same thing. Okay, so how many 0 we have? 3 0, 8. Count it from the back side. 1, 2, 3. Then after that, put the point here, and then in front of the point, you can, if we don't have any numbers, then we can directly put the 0. This is how we do. Okay, so next is all. Either if you're very good in division, directly you can go for the division. If you're very good in multiplication, you can go for multiplication. If you're good in both of them, you choose it. This is one is easier. Okay. So similarly, next number 2. Okay. So number 2, what is it? You see, both the answers are same. Okay. Our next question is what? 8 by 25. Okay. 8 by 25 is equal to what? 8 by 25 again. If I go for a multiplication, so here if I go for a multiplication, so if I multiply 8, how much? 25. 25 how much time? 25 4 is 100. That means I will multiply. 25 4 is 100. 8 4 is 32. So after how many number 0? No, whatever number is here, you write it the same thing. How many 0 we have? 2 0. That means from the back side we count 1, 2. Then put the point here. Then we will put the 0 here. Okay. So 0.32. Similarly, number 4. Okay, number 3. I'm sorry. Then we will go for 2 by 125. Okay, so 2 by 125 is 0. So 2 by 125, that means we'll try to make it downside into 1000 or 100. So 1000, 25 how much time? You know 25, 8 is 100, 1000 then is 125 into 8 also will become 1000. That means I will multiply that become 1000. So 8 2 is a 16. Ready is same thing? 16. So how many 0 we have? 3 0 we have. So count it from the back side. 1, 2. But we have only 2 numbers. To satisfy another 0, then I have to put 0 here. Okay. Then after that, we will put the pointers. In front of the point, we don't have any numbers, so you can directly substitute the 0 here. So this is your answer. In this way, you have to do the remaining questions. So here we will go to question number 2. Express each of the following as a fraction in the lowest form. Okay, so here our first question is 0.9. So we try to solve this one. Okay, so if in order to convert this from point, after point how many numbers we have? Only one number. So write it in that numbers. Okay, after point how many numbers we have? Only one numbers. Then this point will change into 1. After point how many numbers? 1 0. That means we can write 0 by 9 by 10. Okay, we can write 9 by 10. Okay, so 9 by 10. So after numbers we have only, after point we have only number, that means we will put only 1 0. Okay, this point will convert to 1. After numbers, after point, how many zeros we have? How many numbers we have? 1 numbers, and that 1 numbers will convert to that point. Okay, similarly here also, number 2, 0.54. So similar solutions here. So 0.54, you write as 54, whatever the after point, whatever the number is here, you write it. Whatever the numbers is here, you just write it. Okay. Then after that, what shall you do? Point, then point will change into 1. And after point, how many zeros, how many numbers is there? 2 numbers is there. That means it will convert into 0. Now divide it. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4. Okay. So I think we cannot further divide it. That is your answer. That is 27 by 52. That's no 27 by 52 is your answer. I'm sorry, 27 by not 52, it will be 0. Okay, 50. 27 by 0. 2 5s are 10 directly. So this will be 27 by 50. Okay, next number, question number 2. That is, I'm writing number 4. Number 4, number 3, you did it by yourself. So 2, 3, 6, 2, 6. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 6. Now what are the numbers? Whatever the numbers is there, you write it the same thing again. So 2, 3, 2, 6. The point, in place of point, you write it 1. After a point, how many numbers is there? 1, 2, 3, then convert it into 3, 0. Okay, now divide it by 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 0, 0. So what is the answer? 1 1 6 3 divided by 5 0 0. So I think this is your final answer. Yes, this is your final answers, or you can further divide it if you divide this one. So what is the answer? 1163 divided by 500. So 502 is a 1000. Yes. Then subtract it 163. So we cannot further divide it. So this answer you can write 2163 divided by 500. This 2 will write here. This remainder will write here, and this. Okay. So this is your final answers. Okay. So I think you are understanding all those things. Okay. Remaining question we will solve in the next video. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye bye.